There are moments when the famous simply must draw a line in the sand and confront a disrespectful journalist. We are about to witness a series of such confrontations.
Or whether that's still something...
I'm sorry, I really don't... what are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Take your mic.
Beginning with the moment Matthew McConaughey found himself in a heated exchange with Joy Behar after she gratuitously insulted his close personal friend, the tennis champion Novak Djokovic. McConaughey was enthusiastically describing his experience in Djokovic's box, sitting with his parents and witnessing their pride when Behar interjected with a dismissive comment about Djokovic being an anti-vaxxer. The actor's discomfort was immediate and palpable. The situation only escalated when the conversation shifted to McConaughey's potential political career, with Behar attempting to derail his campaign before it even gained momentum. She challenged him directly on whether he could be elected in Texas while holding an anti-gun position. McConaughey's response revealed his frustration with the media's reductive approach to politics, stating that providing a simple, direct statement was playing a game that I'm not interested in playing. From that point forward, his annoyance was unmistakable.
I was happy to be in his box, got to sit behind his parents, which was really awesome to see them when he brings them up
Isn't he
and
an
where they started.
anti-vaxxer? Do you think he could get elected in Texas being anti-gun?
One thing about if me in politics is playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay,
To give you a direct statement right there.
This palpable aggravation mirrors the reaction of Tom Cruise when an interviewer, Peter Overton, pressed him with deeply personal questions regarding his recent divorce from actress Nicole Kidman.
Was Nicole the love of your life?
The journalist first asked, "Was Nicole the love of your life?" Cruise, clearly taken aback, responded with a simple, "What do you mean, Peter?"
What do you mean, Peter?
You were married for 10 years?
Listen, we raised children.
We were married for 10 years. We raised children. Failing to recognize the boundary he had crossed, the interviewer persisted with another prying question about their current relationship, specifically whether they maintained a parenting relationship and spoke professionally about each other's careers. This was the breaking point. Cruise decisively shut down the line of questioning, telling Overton, "You're stepping over a line now. You know you are." When the interviewer attempted to justify his intrusion by claiming these were questions people want to know, Cruise demanded he take personal responsibility, asserting, "Don't say what other people... This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now. You're honored, okay?"
Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in. Yet, few celebrities have endured a more widely criticized public shaming than actress Lindsay Lohan, who was openly ridiculed about her private and legal struggles during a notorious interview with David Letterman. The host immediately launched into a series of intrusive questions asking, "Aren't you supposed to be in rehab now? And how long will you be in rehab?" Lohan confirmed she would be there for 3 months, which only prompted Letterman to ask, "How many times have you been in rehab?" And then, most cruelly, what are they rehabbing? What are they going to work on when you walk through the door? The actress, who was there to promote an upcoming film, desperately tried to regain control of the interview, reminding the host, "We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview." Letterman relentlessly continued with cruel jokes at her expense, pushing her to the verge of tears. Her voice was noticeably shaking as she struggled to maintain her composure, pleading, "I don't want people to think that I'm making a joke of that." The interview is widely regarded as a painful example of a host bullying a vulnerable guest. The pattern of inappropriate questioning extends to body shaming, a challenge actor Jonah Hill has faced repeatedly throughout his career. In one instance, an interviewer asked him, "Do you think it's important to be unattractive to be funny? Can skinny people be funny?" Hill, visibly annoyed, challenged the reporter, asking, "Can you just ask a normal question?" Another journalist asked if he was the fat guy in Hollywood still, before pivoting to a backhanded compliment. "Now you're healthy. Do you have any other questions that are smart?" The same interviewer then commented on his scent, saying, "First of all, you smell good," which is surprising. Hill's response perfectly captured the microaggression. "I'm going to really work hard to not take that as a shot." Similarly, Mad Men star Christina Hendricks has expressed her deep frustration with interviewers who focus on her physique rather than her work. In one exchange, a host praised her as an inspiration as a full-figured woman and asked for her most inspiring story. Hendricks, clearly uncomfortable, could only stammer, I don't know. I'm sorry." Despite the actress's obvious discomfort, the host made a second attempt to discuss her figure, prompting Hendricks to firmly put her in her place. "You just said it again. It's just sort of..."
I don't know.
I don't know. I've gotten. I'm sorry. I mean, it just said you just said it again. It's just sort of.
When it comes to decisively shutting down inappropriate lines of inquiry, few are as effective as Tom Hardy. His 2015 exchange with a reporter became an internet sensation. The reporter began by stating, "Your own sexuality seems a bit more ambiguous," and then asked, "Do you find it hard for celebrities to talk to media about their sexuality?" Hardy's immediate, blunt response was, "What on earth are you on about?" Despite his clear agitation, Hardy maintained his composure, forcing the reporter to clarify his question. When the reporter finally asked, "Are you asking me about my sexuality?" Hardy simply replied, "Why? Why?" before ending the exchange with a polite but firm, "Thank you. Okay."
Are you asking me about my sexuality?
Sure.
Why?
Why?
Thank you.
Okay.
If that clip was difficult to watch, the next segment reveals how Hardy handled another disrespectful reporter with equal assertiveness. The journalist began with a strange preamble, saying, "I have a question for Tom Hardy. Tom, I'll preface my remarks by saying that I have 5 sisters, a wife, a daughter, and a mother. So I know what it's like to be outgunned by estrogen." He then asked about Hardy's film Mad Max, Fury Road, questioning why there were so many women in the cast. "Did you ever think, why aren't all these women in here? I thought this was supposed to be a man's movie." Hardy's response was swift and definitive. "No, not for 1 minute." When the reporter asked, "Why not?" Hardy simply stated, "Good for you, that's kind of obvious."
"Why are all these women in here? I thought this was supposed to be a man's movie."
No. Not for 1 minute.
Hardy's co-star in The Dark Knight Rises, Anne Hathaway, also had to confront a rude reporter who seemed fixated on her physical appearance. The interviewer began by complimenting her phenomenal shape, but then persisted, saying, "You're always in great shape, but you had to make sure you were in perfect shape for this one, didn't you?" Hathaway corrected him, explaining, "It wasn't about being in perfect shape. It was about being able to do the stunts and the fighting perfectly." As the journalist continued to press her about her physique, asking about her feline fitness regime, Hathaway grew increasingly frustrated. The reporter then asked, "Are you trying to lose weight? Like, what's the deal, man? You look great." Hathaway was forced to shut down the line of questioning, stating, No, seriously, we have to talk about this. What do you want? Are you trying to fit into a catsuit?"
Is there a certain regimen you put yourself through in terms of the diet, the workout? What is the feline fitness regime?
A lot. It's all the boring stuff that no one ever wants to do. It's just watch what you eat and get yourself to the gym.
However, it was the notoriously volatile chef Gordon Ramsay who unleashed his full fury on a gotcha journalist who attempted to ambush him with a photo of an allegedly unsatisfactory steak served at one of Ramsay's restaurants. Ramsay immediately confronted the reporter for the underhanded tactic, demanding, "What are you trying to get at?" The chef then expertly explained why the reporter's complaint was invalid. The reporter had asked for the steak to be cooked well done. Ramsay explained, "Whatever quality of beef it is, it's gone past any form of taste when you've cooked it well done." He concluded his tirade with a dismissive flourish. "I'm really sorry to piss on your bonfire, but it's a bit of a stupid question. Thank you." Things became highly personal in a different interview.
"But you asked for the steak to be cooked well done.
And is that a well done steak?"
Oh, come on. What is this? I mean, where can you, I mean, keep on rolling. For legal reasons, this is absolutely crucial. But how sad is this, that you asked for a steak to be cooked well done? It's gone past any form of taste when you've cooked it well done. So you present me with a picture, God bless you, and you say, is that right?
When actor Michael B. Jordan recognized a reporter who happened to be a former classmate who had bullied him in school, Jordan immediately called him out, saying, "We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark." "Okay, a corny kid, right?" The reporter tried to backtrack, claiming, "I did not say that. Misked for sure." But Jordan's co-star in Creed 3, Jonathan Majors, then showed up, making the situation even more awkward as the interviewer quickly tried to pivot, asking, "Isn't this the sexiest man show off right here? Who's the sexiest man?"
I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say cry. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
The next clip is arguably the most bizarre, featuring Jim Carrey completely shutting down a reporter attempting to interview him at New York Fashion Week 2017. The actor launched into an existential rant that has since become infamous. He told the reporter there's no meaning to any of this, so I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am. When the reporter tried to provide context, saying the event was celebrating icons, Carrey scoffed, "Celebrating icons? Boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with." He continued his philosophical breakdown, stating, "I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist. I don't believe in icons." He later explained that his erratic behavior stemmed from an existential crisis he experienced that year, during which he grappled with his sense of identity.
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream?
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
In another painfully awkward clip, a reporter attempted to flirt with actress Megan Fox, only for her to uncomfortably shut it down. The reporter told her, "I don't know if there's a man alive who's not in love with you in some way." Fox responded with a forced laugh, "You're so silly." The reporter insisted he wasn't silly, prompting Fox to call him a silly man in a checkered shirt. The reporter then tried to turn the tables, saying, "I think you're flirting with me." Fox's final weary response was, "I'm kidding." This interview has not aged well, as Fox has since openly addressed her experiences with objectification in Hollywood.
I don't know if there's I don't know if there's a man alive who's not in love with you in some way.
You're so silly.
You know what am I really?
You're a silly
No,
man.
I'm not.
Speaking of interviews that aged poorly, a clip featuring Matt Lauer and actress Sandra Bullock is particularly cringe-inducing. Lauer told Bullock, "I have now seen you naked, and I'm so sorry about that." When Bullock asked, "Were you able to sleep afterwards?" Lauer replied, "I was." This was later followed by allegations of sexual misconduct against Lauer in 2017, leading to his unceremonious dismissal from NBC News.
Major thing that's changed since you were here last?
Yes.
I have now seen you naked.
And I'm so sorry about that.
I have seen you naked.
Were you able to sleep afterwards? Why are you looking down?
Next, we see actor Joaquin Phoenix, who is notoriously hesitant to engage with the press, displaying his frustration during his media tour for the 2019 film Joker. A reporter asked him about his preparation for the intense role, saying, "Can you tell me a little bit about what research or what you did to prepare for this, because this was really an intense performance?" Phoenix immediately dismissed the question as old news, saying, Didn't I felt like I've talked about this for 6 months." He eventually offered a sarcastic response, saying, "Thank you so much for asking that question. My publicist is telling me I just need to go home."
Isn't this old news? I felt like I've talked about this for 6 months. My publicist is telling me I just need to go home.
The theme of bad questions continues with director Quentin Tarantino, who once erupted at a reporter who asked if he believed movies had the potential to incite real-world violence. Tarantino refused to answer, saying, "Do not ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question." When the reporter asked why, Tarantino became even more heated. "Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune. I'm not a monkey."
I'd like to see you walk down the street and get attacked by some kids who've just seen your movie.
But you thought, but see, Jan, you're all messed up because you're talking about real life.
Oh,
and I'm
I see.
talking
And
about
kids
the
at 12,
movies. You got to
kids
get
at
it straight.
12.
Now, if you want to talk about the movies, we'll talk about the movies.
Okay.
After his explosive exchange with Tarantino, one might assume the interviewer, Krishnan Gurumurthy, had learned his lesson. However, he later found himself in a heated confrontation with actor Robert Downey Jr. by ambushing him with an unexpected question about his political views. Gurumurthy quoted Downey Jr. from a New York Times interview, asking if his experience in prison meant he was no longer a liberal. Downey Jr. tried to remain diplomatic, asking, "Are we promoting a movie?" Despite the actor's efforts, the reporter started delving into his personal life, asking about his relationship with his father and his past struggles with drugs and alcohol. Downey Jr.'s blood boiled, and he abruptly ended the interview saying, "I'm sorry. I really don't. What are we doing? Right. Okay, bye, thank you."
Are we promoting a movie?
Your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in, or whether that's still something...
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right.
Okay, that's okay.
Bye.
Downey Jr. later publicly criticized Guru Murthy, labeling him a bottom feeder and stating, "We're promoting Avengers. A lot of kids are going to see it. This has nothing to do with your creepy dark agenda." These moments reveal the tension that often exists between the celebrity and the media, where the line between public interest and personal intrusion is constantly being tested. The next time you watch an interview, remember that behind the polished facade, a battle for boundaries is often being fought.